Hey, we about to get started. All right, so it says right now we got 12 minutes, 54 seconds, and yeah. So we got a little time. I tell you what, I can either leave it on this right now, or definitely if you want to hit me up down in the chat, let me know what some of your predictions are. We could definitely talk about it while we are going through the countdown. I definitely want to know. Do you think they're actually going to make the announcement tonight? That's one. And we all talking about the RTX 3080. Yeah. TI. Let me make the disclaimer. TI. And also the RTX 3070 Ti. There's been a lot of rumors going around about the pricing of these cards is going to be like stupid crazy, and they probably are. I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest with you, if they were really high. But it's nothing we could do about that, right? So, hey, Tyler, I see you down in the chat. It says, can't wait for them to announce more graphics cards that I can't buy. You are absolutely right. Let me tell you, like, they announced the 3000 series was like 8 months ago now. And I was able to look up twice. First time I got a ASUS Tough 3080. Second time, the MSI 3080, the Gaming X Trio, which is what I'm rocking right now. And I've tried, like, had to been over maybe 20, 30 times trying to buy more cards, founders editions, and trying to be able to get, whatever I could, and to no avail. So I understand. It's definitely it's hard out there. Your best bet is still either go pre-built if you really, really, really want to, if you really need a computer, or and when I say pre-built, you don't have to get a Alienware or something like that. You can actually go through NZXT BLD service. If you have a micro center in your area, you can definitely have them build a computer for you. If they, a lot of times, like right now, micro center, they get shipments in every now and then, but they have their own build service, and they actually specifically hold cards just for their own build services. So if you need a card and you're willing to spend the money, then I would advise you to check that out. Still another way to be able to get it. But yeah, it's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of stuff going on, man. And I don't know when we're going to get back to normal. That's the crazy thing about it. And I think there's a lot of people that's trying to get back to that sense of normalcy, and I just don't know when it's going to happen. So, but it's going to be interesting. Definitely going to be interesting. So we'll see. We're going to switch up this music real quick, though. And so down in the chat, we got Tyler. He stated that he thinks that probably going to be about $1,000, maybe. I'm thinking that's probably going to be the minimum. But really, it's probably going to end up being 1,500 minimum. Let me tell you, I went inside Micro Center last week. They had the Red Devil 6900 XT graphics card. They had a few of them. I asked the store associate, I said, hey, how much are those going for? $2,500. I said, what? Hell no. $2,500. And that's the reason why they were still there. 6900 XT, nowhere near worth no $2,500. I don't care what model it is. That's crazy. I could game 4K high refresh rate at that with my RTX 3080, and I got it for $759. Now I know you can't find those cards for that price right now, but $2,500, nah. Yeah, hopefully so, Tyler. Hopefully, we run into a situation where, the regular cards, the non-TI versions will be available. At the end of the day, I still want me an ASUS ROG Strix 3090 or a Founders Edition 3090. I'd take either one of those. I would actually rather have the Founders Edition because it's $1,500. But that's, through the finds of maybe like a Best Buy or a Nvidia themselves, for the $1,500 mark. And that's a crazy price in itself, really, for a graphics card. But sheesh, I don't know. All I know is rough. It's rough out there. Prince Vegeta, hey, I appreciate you, bro. No doubt. That's for sure. Yep. And on that note, definitely hit like, hit subscribe, hit the bell, share the video, let YouTube know that you like a brother. You know what I mean? So. And I can't wait because I'm hoping they announce some good stuff. Like, I need a really good keynote. The keynote is happening in Taipei, Taiwan. Obviously, that's in Asia. So people who really like tech right now, and one year I'm going to go to COMPUTEX. And that'll let you know I made it. But yeah, it's been that's been one of those things where I definitely been wanting to go to. So, we'll see. Yep. Let me know down in the chat, what you want to see from this Nvidia keynote. Like I said, I've been hearing rumors about the 3080 Ti, 3070 Ti is going to be announced. Hopefully they make some more strides with their, let's see what we got here. Oh no, they're just showing some dates. But hopefully, they make some strides with their AI. Like I've been using some of the Nvidia broadcast software. Like that software is legit. Like that stuff works. So, we'll see. I'm pretty sure they got some stuff up their sleeve. I know we got E3 coming up, so that's going to be huge. I was live streaming on the PS5 last night. Resident Evil Village. The game is crazy. So if you like that type of stuff, make sure that you subscribe. Check that stuff out. Super, super, super interested in what they're going to announce today. hopefully sometime soon. I definitely want to start testing out some laptops that has the Nvidia graphics cards and stuff in them. And so that's something that's been on my mind. That's another avenue too, you know, if you can't get your hands on it. So we got 53 seconds. Let me go ahead and cut this music.
Generations of GeForce cards have brought innovations and excitement to hundreds of millions of gamers in Taiwan, Asia, and around the world. We also will hear from Manuel Das, who is the head of enterprise computing.
Hey, I hear you, Prince.
He has a long history driving cloud-scale computing and plays a central role in the company's many breakthroughs in this field. So please join.
You know what, Tyler? They may do that. So we'll see. We're gonna find out. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
We miss Taiwan and wish we could be there in person for COMPUTEX. So we created Taipei City in Microsoft Flight Sim and flew in virtually on a GeForce RTX 3080. Thousands of mods have been created for Flight Sim, and they've been downloaded over 10 million times. This mod will be available just after the keynote. Welcome to COMPUTEX 2021. It's always great to talk directly to our partners, and this year we have a lot to talk about. I'm going to kick it off with gaming, and then I'll hand it to Manavir Das to talk about AI and our enterprise platforms. So let's get started. Every person born this year will be a gamer, 140 million of them. In fact, Gen Z prefers video gaming as their favorite entertainment activity over just about anything. In Taiwan, 2/3 of the population plays video games. So it's no surprise that gaming has transformed into one of the largest and fastest growing forms of entertainment, and it is here to stay. Gaming revenue grew to 180 billion, bigger than cinema, music, and streaming video combined. We added 60 million PC gamers to our ranks, and over 10,000 games were published for them to enjoy. In April, the number of concurrent gamers on Steam was at an all-time high of 27 million, 1.5 times that of 2019. Like any sport, people love to watch others play. 100 billion hours of gaming content was viewed on YouTube, and more than 430 million people tuned into esports competitions. And it doesn't stop there. Minecraft's open world is estimated to have grown to 4 billion square kilometers, or 8 times the surface of the planet. Valve just announced that the 2021 Dota Championship will feature a $40 million prize pool. Roblox had 42 million daily active users in the first quarter, up 80% year over year. And it's not just about playing. There are 45 million professional and freelance creators fueling an explosion in digital content, 30 million broadcasters, and 75 million higher ed STEM students, all relying on the latest technology to improve their productivity and quality of work. Over the past 20 years, we have built GeForce into the #1 gaming platform. With 1.5 billion GPUs shipped, GeForce has fueled the growth of PC gaming, and we continue to delight our customers with new ways to game and create. Our scale and pace of innovation was only possible by partnering with the best companies in the world. Together, we have transformed PC gaming. 10 years ago, we introduced Optimus, dramatically extending battery life in gaming laptops. All told, Optimus has saved over 5.8 billion kilowatt hours of energy, enough to power over 500,000 homes for a year. Max-Q changed the way laptops were built. The performance only available in big, heavy gaming machines was engineered into thin and light laptops. Max-Q has shed over 8 million pounds from gaming laptops sold. G-Sync introduced stutter-free gaming. With over 20 trillion buttery smooth pixels now shipped, once you game with G-Sync, there is no turning back. Last year, we introduced Nvidia Reflex, which changed the game for esports competitors. In Call of Duty Warzone alone, Reflex gamers have over 50 million wins. Finally, NVIDIA Studio is our platform for creators. Engineered for the needs of creative professionals, our laptops have accelerated over 25 billion hours of content creation. Thanks to all of our partners who are just as excited as we are about reinventing this market and are joining us in the next major leap forward. RTX is a huge reset to computer graphics. A decade in development, RTX introduced the world to real-time ray tracing and AI for graphics. RTX is now available in a full range of desktops and laptops in every country, from every OEM, and even streaming from the cloud. With over 100 top games and apps available today, RTX is the new standard. For creators and broadcasters, RTX is accelerating the #1 photography app, the #1 video editing app, and the #1 broadcast app. For gamers, RTX is powering the #1 Battle Royale, the #1 RPG, and the #1 best-selling game of all time. Last month, we added Outriders and Call of Duty Warzone to the list. And today, we have more exciting games to announce. Dying 1983 is the second game in the Dying franchise from the Chinese developer Netcom. It's a Japanese-inspired horror-themed puzzle game. Its stark and frightening world is brought to life with RTX ray tracing and DLSS. Let's take an exclusive look at Dying 1983 with RTX on.
人体には未だに知られていない秘密が山ほど潜んでいる。
体の変化に戸惑わなくてもいいの。
収容カプセルのアトムか。現実世界のありさまは彼の目にはっきりと映っている。
Now I'm gonna tell you right now. Nvidia got something up their sleeve. Cause this right here is yeah, okay. Yeah, all right. Prince, I see EVGA 4 to win 3 Ultra. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, I got the MSI Gaming X Trio. Still looking for a Rock Strix if I can find one.
Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege is one of the most popular esports games in the world, with over 70 million players worldwide. In March, Rainbow Six gamers gained the competitive edge of NVIDIA Reflex. Today, we are announcing that RTX gamers will get even more performance with the addition of DLSS. Let's take a look. New Zealand-based developer RocketWorks was founded by Dean Hall, best known as the creator of DayZ. Their highly anticipated new game, Icarus, is a stunning multiplayer survival game set on a savage alien.
Now, see, they're still talking about Siege because it's still a popular game. They do competitions and esports and stuff like that. And I agree. Yeah, I mean, I don't play it, but I don't know. I may check it out again one day. And see, that's what I thought. You do need,
One of the most critically acclaimed games
you know, friends to play
more
Siege.
than 275
So,
perfect scores.
but it's going to be interesting to see what's about to come up now, though.
And more than 37 million copies sold to date. We are happy to announce that Rockstar Games will be adding DLSS to Red Dead Redemption 2. Coming soon, every RTX gamer will see a free boost in performance.
Now, there's a game that needed that.
VR game revenue is up 70% on Steam in 2020. The installed base of PC-compatible VR headsets is expected to exceed 30 million in the next 5 years. With almost twice the resolution of a desktop monitor and unforgiving FPS requirements, VR is very demanding on the GPU. And RTX is now coming to VR. No Man's Sky, the popular open-world space game, now features DLSS. VR gamers can soon play with ultra graphics at 90 frames per second. Wrench, a mechanic simulator where you repair and maintain race cars in VR, now features RTX ray tracing and DLSS. And the VR survival shooter Into the Radius adds DLSS to boost performance and keep you immersed in this dystopian world. 75% of GeForce gamers play esports. We invented Nvidia Reflex for them. The difference between winning and losing is a matter of milliseconds. On average, Reflex reduces system latency by 20 milliseconds. It gets the PC out of the way so a gamer's real skill can come to play. And gamers love it. More than 90% of them compete with Reflex on. Today we are announcing even more Nvidia Reflex games. Gaijin's War Thunder, the most popular air, land, and sea battle arena with over 40 million gamers. Naraka Blade Point, the highly anticipated battle royale slasher from 24 Entertainment. In the last closed beta, it broke into Steam's top 5 games played. Tencent Games Crossfire HD is a remastered version of the original, with over 560 million gamers in China. And Escape from Tarkov, the intense survival shooter from Battlestate Games, is one of the top 10 most played competitive shooters. Coming soon, 12 of the top 15 competitive shooters will feature Nvidia Reflex. Let's take a look at Reflex in Escape from Tarkov.
I mean, unless you're getting paid, you know, through esports, I really don't really care about Reflex.
Last year, we introduced the Reflex Latency Analyzer, a measurement tool built directly into gaming monitors. Today, we are adding Lenovo, ViewSonic, and EVGA. 13 partners are offering a total of 15 monitors and 21 compatible mice. Now, more gamers can simply plug a mouse into their monitor and accurately measure end-to-end latency from click to photon. Almost 10 years ago, we introduced our Kepler architecture and created a new class of laptops for gamers. While the market reception was great, these laptops were large, bulky, and had limited battery life, more transportable than portable. In 2016, we introduced the Pascal architecture and Max-Q technology a full system design approach to bringing high performance to thin and light laptops. Performance increased by over 4x, and for the first time, high-performance gaming laptops were less than 20 millimeters thick. This year, we launched Ampere, our second-generation RTX. It featured our third-generation Max-Q and delivered twice the performance of Pascal. But the real magic is DLSS. Gamers have taken notice, and GeForce laptops are the fastest-growing gaming platform. Laptops are a marvel of engineering. No effort is spared to deliver the highest performance in a thin and light device. In laptop design, system power determines everything, including performance, battery life, thinness, and acoustics. What if you could get a massive boost in gaming performance without expending any more power? Let's say you are playing Control at 47 frames per second. At 1440p, the GPU is rendering almost 4 million pixels and drawing 80 watts of power. Nvidia DLSS uses AI-powered tensor cores to boost frame rates. With DLSS, the GPU only needs to render a fraction of the pixels, and then uses AI to complete the frame. The result is an image just as beautiful as native 1440p, and you get 1.5 to 2 times the performance at the same power. Alienware was one of our earliest partners, designing high-performance GeForce PCs for gamers. For the past 2 years, we've been working together to create an amazing new laptop. Today, we're announcing the Alienware X15, an ultra-thin GeForce RTX 3080 laptop. Powered by Max-Q technologies, including Dynamic Boost, Whisper Mode, and Advanced Optimus, and featuring a 1440p display. It's the world's most powerful sub-16mm, 15-inch gaming laptop. Tune into the Alienware Update event on June 1st to learn more. This year brought a record launch for RTX laptops, with over 140 models from every OEM. Starting at $799 and featuring Max-Q,
Man, bring on the GPUs. That's what we all here for, okay?
Address the growing needs of 3D designers, video editors, and photographers. These are specially configured systems, optimized and tested for creator workflows, and supported with a monthly cadence of studio drivers. Today, we are announcing new studio laptops from HP and Acer. The 14-inch HP Envy brings the capabilities of RTX to an ultra-portable laptop, great for students and creators on the go. The new Acer Concept D offers a variety of traditional clamshell options and an easel sketchboard design to give creators even more flexibility. Gaming has been an inspiration to digital creators and artists for decades. Machinima, an art form started in the 90s, uses real-time 3D technologies with game assets, visual effects, and character...
You know, they showed this at the GTC earlier this year too. This Ex Machina. They also need to announce direct storage. That's what I want to see too for NVMe drives.
Animated stories with advanced real-time ray tracing and AI. Users import their own game assets or draw from our growing library. They can then apply advanced physics effects like destruction or fire with NVIDIA's Blast and Flow. Animate movements using only a webcam with Wrench's AI Pose. And use simple audio tracks to animate character faces with audio to face. The final scenes are rendered in the Omniverse RTX renderer. Machinima was just released in beta. Let me show you how you can create your own masterpiece.
Smash that like button.
Whoa! Look at me! I'm in the Omniverse.
What are you doing in my kitchen?
RTX has been a huge success, and today we are announcing a new addition to the family. The GeForce RTX 3080 Ti is our new flagship gaming GPU. Based
There
on
we go,
Ampere
baby.
With second generation RT cores and third generation Tensor cores, Ampere is our greatest generational leap ever.
Founders Edition. All right. What kidney do I have to sell right now? I know it's not going to be a huge leap over the 3080. I know, but it's just about having it.
The 80 Ti class of GPUs represents the best of our gaming lineup. The GTX 1080 Ti, released in 2017, could tackle all the games of its time. But this well-loved GPU simply can't keep up with the demands of modern games. The RTX 2080 Ti was introduced as the only way to play in 4K with RTX on. But the production value of games continues to march forward.
They're going to do 12 gigabytes.
Like Cyberpunk 2077 and Watch Dogs Legion have elevated realism, demanding even more of the GPU. The RTX 3080 Ti is 1.5 times faster than its predecessor and tears through the latest games with all the settings cranked up. The RTX 3080 Ti is a powerful GPU with 34 shader teraflops, 67 RT teraflops, and 273 Tensor teraflops. It comes equipped with 12 gigabytes of ultra-fast G6X memory,
12
and a
gigabytes.
384-bit memory interface. Availability will begin on June 3rd, starting at $11.99. To
$1,200.
show you what this beast can do, we have
June
a special
3rd.
announcement. Doom is a storied franchise known by a generation of gamers for pushing the boundaries of speed, power, and visual effects.
June 3rd is this
Doom
Thursday.
Eternal, the latest in the series, takes this even further. Based on the id Tech 7 engine, it's blistering fast and beautiful. Today we're announcing Doom Eternal is adopting RTX ray tracing and DLSS. Here is a first look at Doom Eternal with ray tracing at 4K running on a 3080 Ti.
Man, that made me want to replay that.
And that's not all. The RTX 3070 quickly became our most popular Ampere GPU. Now we're adding a Ti to this class of GeForce, with more cores and super fast G6X memory. Today we're announcing the all-new RTX 3070 Ti. It's 1.5 times faster than a 2070 Super, and availability will begin on June 10th, starting at $599. Thanks everyone for your time. Before I hand it off to Manavir, let me summarize. Gaming is transforming entertainment, and RTX is changing everything.
Hey, Tyler, that's true. Yeah, Doom Eternal, it'll run on anything.
Creators, broadcasters, and students. With over 100 of the top games and creative apps accelerated, RTX is the new standard. GeForce laptops are the fastest growing gaming platform. Now fueled top to bottom by RTX, 3rd generation Max-Q, and the performance boosting magic of DLSS. And Studio, specially designed for creators, extends their reach beyond gaming. Finally, the RTX desktop family just got better with our new flagship gaming GPU, the GeForce RTX 3080 Ti and the GeForce RTX 3070 Ti. Every person born today is a gamer. We have an amazing future ahead, and we look forward to building it with all of you. And here to tell you how we're putting AI into the hands of every company is Manavir Das, Head of Enterprise Computing.
Thank you, Jeff, and thank you everyone for joining us today. Our journey at
So while he's talking about nothing, I'm gonna tell you something. The 3080 Ti, I called this a long time ago. The 3080 Ti is what the 3080 should have been. The 3090 is what the 3080. The 3090 is what the 3080 Ti is right now. It's crazy how they do this. It's a whole marketing thing, man. But anyways, we can talk about that later.
I am a creator. Blending art and technology. To immerse our senses. I am a healer, helping us take the next step and see what's possible. I am a pioneer, finding life-saving answers. And pushing the edge to the outer limits.
So we got a couple of questions down in the chat to answer your question. Training game, yeah, they didn't really talk about it, but these new TI cards are going to have the low hash rate feature in them, and so they're definitely not going to be made for mining, which is good. And I just put something down in the chat too. I'm gonna tell you, the 3080 Ti. It's not going to be a huge leap in performance over the 3080. So if you was able to get your hands on the 3080, you should really keep what you got, overclock your card, get an extra, 5 to 10% performance increase. You're not going to be missing out on anything. Now, I'm going to tell you, though, I would still prefer to get a 3090 because of the amount of RAM. It's a little future-proof, especially for the next couple of years, because we're not going to see a refresh of GPUs probably for another year or two. So yeah, but if you want to make a leap, 3090 is still it. So yeah.
Brought to life by Nvidia. Deep learning and brilliant minds everywhere.
And that was just a hint of what AI can do. Taiwan has always been a very special place for NVIDIA. From system builders and solution providers to universities and the government, all have partnered with us. On behalf of Jensen and NVIDIA, thank you to all of our many friends in Taiwan who have worked alongside us to enable these amazing AI breakthroughs. Together, we have laid the foundation for a new computing model based on AI, software that writes software. This foundation includes GPUs deployed in the cloud and in data centers. AI software and SDKs tailored to the world's largest industries, and an ecosystem of startups and developers. Now it's time to build the house on top of this foundation. It is time to democratize AI by bringing its transformative power to every company and its customers. There are 3 fundamental shifts that will bring AI to every company. The first shift is that every application used by any company will be infused with AI. AI is essentially a 2-step process. First, a rich set of existing data and known outcomes from that data are used to train a model. Then, the model is applied to fresh data to make fresh judgments. The model is effectively a piece of software that can be embedded into any application. As the application runs, it queries the model to make judgments, giving it intelligence. As new data becomes available, the model is retrained and improved, automatically making the application better without human developers having to create a new version. A great example of this infusion of AI is in Microsoft Office, the world's most popular productivity application. Microsoft is adding smart experiences such as smart
Wait a minute.
interaction, Q&A.
Did he say AI and Microsoft Office? That's the first for me. I'm just saying.
Microsoft is able to improve responsiveness to less than 1/5 of a second, enabling real-time grammar correction, and at 1/3 the cost of the same work on CPUs. Going forward, every application will have to be built in this way or be left behind. Now, this is not the first time we've seen this kind of shift. For example, consider the introduction of the graphical user interface, the GUI. Once the transformative value of GUI became evident, every command line application had to adopt GUI or be left behind. In the same way, every application will need to be infused with AI. And all of these applications will need the most performant, power-efficient, and cost-effective systems to run on, regardless of form factor or location, from edge to cloud. Every system will need a GPU. The second shift is that every data center used by any company will be infused with AI. Computing is increasingly being driven by large amounts of data. Neither the data nor the computation done on it can fit on one server. Therefore, the flow of data through the network becomes crucial to both the capability and the security of the data center. A new kind of hardware is needed that sits on the data path and intelligently optimizes, inspects, and protects the data, and protects the applications from one another. This new hardware is the Data Processing Unit, or DPU. Every server will need a DPU. The third shift is that the life cycle of every product produced by any company will be optimized by AI. Consider the very common and old-fashioned example of soap. Yes, soap. Going forward, a soap company will design and tailor its soap product portfolio.
I see now they put the boring stuff at the end. Oh, okay. Now you talking about AI and soap, man? What is happening?
The manufacturing process will be automated and optimized with AI. Customers who use soap, pretty much the entire population of the world, will be engaged socially and sold to online. Smart soap dispensers will track usage and automatically order refills. And all the data from the customer experience will be fed back to guide the design and supply chain of the soap. This soap company and every other company will need a new form of IT and IT infrastructure to operate the AI-optimized lifecycle of its product. These are fundamental shifts that will require massive amounts of accelerated computing. Now let's talk about how you can build on the technology foundation of NVIDIA to make this a reality. How you can democratize AI. We start with the hardware. NVIDIA DGX is the instrument of AI. Since its launch in 2016, DGX has been used by companies across industries at the forefront of AI.
Well, right now you ain't missing nothing, Nolan. But yeah, appreciate that, Sage, down in the chat, man. I'm about to cut the live stream if they'll come up with something better, so we'll see. I'll talk over this right now because you got subtitles down at the bottom. But yeah, Okay, so we got the 3080 Ti, $1,200.
Is the DGX
You have the 3070 Ti,
clustered together and tuned for AI,
$600,
based
Founders
on all of
Edition.
NVIDIA's learnings.
You know what?
Democratization,
The 70 series cards always get hit. You know, we talked about this a long time ago. I wouldn't have bought a 3070 just because of this. We talked about this months ago that the Ti versions was going to come out, and like if I would have bought a 3070, it's just a bad spot for the price because they was going for over $500, and now you're getting really, really, really close to a 3080. You know, and close, but you know, you're not getting the same VRAM and stuff like that as a 38, but still 3070 Ti is going to perform really good. You know, it's going to be much faster than a 2080 Ti. So Caleb, down in the chat. All right, so what we got?
Reducing the operational burden on customers.
With the new GPU, low hash rate, Ethereum block, you could just imagine Ergo with full potential and no hash rate limit on it. Yeah.
Of enterprise NAS storage. NetApp is
Yeah, there's going to be another stock shortage. I mean,
customers today.
it's
And in the cloud.
it's tough. It's tough right now.
For example,
let me tell you something. People will find ways to overcome these quote unquote limitations. So it's just a matter of time. We got smart people out there, so they'll figure it out. That's for sure. But yeah, man, I wanted to see them talk about direct storage because that's going to be a big deal. You know, it's going to be a huge deal. So I'm surprised they didn't talk about it.
Worked with our cloud partners to offer powerful GPU instances in the cloud, leveraging the internal components of DGX. We are proud to announce today that Amazon and Google are working with us to enable Base Command platform for clusters formed from these cloud instances. This work offers the promise of a true hybrid AI experience for customers. Write once, run anywhere. But even as we democratize access to DGX, the larger objective is to decompose DGX into its smallest AI-optimized parts, so that system manufacturers can compose those parts into different form factors for different scenarios, while adding unique...
Oh, so yeah, we was talking about that earlier, Nolan, definitely. If I was buying a car right now, it would be a 3090 Founders Edition. All the way. I spend the $1,500. You're getting the best card out there that's available, and you're done with it. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. But I would try to find the Founders Edition. These AIB partners, you know, $2,000 for that card. $1,500 though, that's a sweet spot. If you could find one for $1,500, I will pull the trigger all day long. I've been trying, but man, it's like I don't know. There's some funny stuff that's happening with the market right now. I have some theories about that type of stuff, but I wouldn't be surprised to, you know, they've been talking about all these chip shortages and all this different type of stuff, but yeah, okay. All right. Whatever you say, companies, about that, but whatever. But I would definitely say, yeah, I would buy a 3090 Founders Edition.
In order to help system manufacturers create AI-optimized designs and to ensure that the systems can...
Yeah, 2080 Super could still make it happen.
Created Nvidia Certified, a program for servers that incorporate GPU acceleration. Nvidia Certified...
Caleb, that's crazy.
As well as test suites, so that system manufacturers can validate...
$3,000 for a GPU, man.
We are announcing expansion of Nvidia Certified to systems with Nvidia Bluefield DPUs. Going forward, the DPU will be an essential component of every server in the data center and at the edge. This is because, as shown in the diagram, The DPU offloads, accelerates, and secures functions that must otherwise be performed by the host CPU. Last year, we announced Bluefield 2, our state-of-the-art DPU. Nvidia is working closely with VMware to use Bluefield 2 as the host for their ESXi hypervisor as part of Project Monterey. This year, we released the first version of Docker, the SDK of Bluefield. We expect that Docker will do for the DPU what CUDA has done for the GPU, enabling millions of developers with a long-lasting, consistent SDK that they can use from one generation of Bluefield to the next. And we are especially pleased to announce that the world's system manufacturers are joining us in the DPU journey by producing state-of-the-art mainstream servers accelerated by NVIDIA Bluefield 2. 3 of these companies are right here in Taiwan: ASUS, Gigabyte, and Quanta. Bluefield 2 is especially well-suited to inspecting the network for security breaches. The typical approach is to run an agent on the host CPU. This approach consumes host CPU cycles and handles only a narrow window of the network traffic.
Caleb, no, not really. Unless you including tax. You know, because the 3080 Ti Founders Edition is $1,200. 3090 is $1,500. So,
Today,
you know.
announcing that Red Hat is working with NVIDIA to provide Morpheus developer kits for both OpenShift and Red Hat Enterprise Linux, or RHEL for short. RHEL is the most commonly used version of commercial Linux in enterprise data centers today. Cybersecurity companies will now be able to use Morpheus on RHEL and OpenShift to bring advanced security to every enterprise data center. But this journey is just beginning. We are already working on Bluefield 3, 22 billion transistors, the first 400 gigabits per second networking chip, 16 ARM CPU cores to run the...
Hey, what's crazy? He's still talking, so make sure that you smash that like button, hit subscribe, hit the bell, let YouTube know that you like a brother. If you want to see more content like this, make sure that you do those 3 things. Like, subscribe, hit the bell. Thank you.
To secure, offload, and accelerate the networking traffic at 400 Gbps. This is a 10x leap in performance. Bluefield 3, the next generation, but the same Docker SDK. Today, we are also announcing the expansion of NVIDIA certified to accelerated systems with ARM-based host CPUs. As the GPU and DPU accelerators take on more of the compute workload for AI, it becomes...
Thank you. I forgot to mention that. Make sure that you hit the invite link down in the description below. Did I put a description below? Huh. Make sure that you hit it. I think I did. For the Discord. Got to join the Discord. It goes down in the Discord, but so yeah, make sure you do that. Appreciate that. Nolo.
Which will be available in 2023. Grace is purpose-built for accelerated computing applications such as AI that process large amounts of data. 2 years ago, we announced that we were bringing CUDA to ARM, simplifying the development of AI and HPC applications on ARM. Today, along with our partner Taiwan-based Gigabyte, we are happy to announce a dev kit. This dev kit can be used by application developers to prepare their GPU-accelerated apps for ARM. So there it is, democratizing the hardware for AI with a wide range of accelerators turned into myriad form factors by a broad ecosystem of system builders. 103 different server and workstation form factors from 16 different system builders. More every day. Now let's turn to the software of AI. Every AI workflow can be thought of as a 4-step process.
Man, he's still talking.
First step
That's
is to
so
take a
funny.
large amount of
Okay.
unstructured data, prepare it
I just put the
by
link
extracting and organizing its
for
data.
to join the
The
Discord.
second step is
Definitely
to
hit
use the
that.
prepared data to train
Also,
models. In many
if
cases,
you want to support the
models
channel,
are then
you
validated
can hit
on
the
the
Amazon
internet
links
before
below.
being used
That always
or
helps.
in the physical world.
I just redid my Patreon page, so I'm gonna hit the link,
Which in
you know,
turn
down in the
generates
chat. If you
more
want to
data
support the
that is
channel
then
through
fed back to
Patreon, you
the
could definitely do that too.
This is the
You know,
recipe.
no harm, no foul.
Over the years, NVIDIA has applied this recipe to create application frameworks for a variety of use cases, including conversational AI, drug discovery, self-driving cars, robotics, virtual collaboration, and recommender systems, the engine of the internet. These frameworks help companies jumpstart their adoption of
Hey, Caleb, I saw something on Reddit. They was already lining up at Micro Center. So, yeah, it's going to be crazy. But see, Micro Center not going to have, not that I know of. Now, I know they did this with the 3070 Finals Edition. They actually had them at Micro Center, but no other cards they had, for Finals Edition. So I don't know what's up with that. But yeah, they out there. They out there already, camping out.
to find a new drug in less than 2 years. Companies across the world are using these AI workflows from NVIDIA to improve their businesses and to help their customers. A great example from Taiwan is TSMC. We all know TSMC as a giant of the technology ecosystem, producing millions of wafers every year for semiconductor.
Yeah, Micro Center, they making bank, man, for real. They still need to sponsor you, boy, too.
Of the semiconductor industry.
I can't tell you how much.
In fact, NVIDIA
Literally, I know I spent over 20 grand at Micro Center in the past 2 years,
effective materials and
maybe
collaboration
2.5
to
years.
minimize
Over
friction
20 grand, I know.
is a critical aspect of the
I just did
technology
my
process.
taxes not too long ago, so I know.
TSMC
They need to sponsor you, boy.
to automate inspection and defect classification. Their system is 10 times faster and more accurate compared to the previous human method. All of these AI workflows are built from the same essential software libraries and toolkits. Now, we have brought all these components together as NVIDIA AI Enterprise, a coherent, optimized, certified, and supported software platform for AI. NVIDIA AI Enterprise is fully integrated with VMware vSphere, the de facto standard of enterprise computing. It is licensed, priced, and supported in the same way as vSphere for a consistent experience. And it all runs on NVIDIA certified servers, mainstream volume servers that are constantly racked into enterprise data centers. 71 different servers from 16 vendors, and more every day. But the components of NVIDIA AI are useful for more than AI. NVIDIA AI
Let me tell you
includes
something.
Rapids, a set of libraries
Anytime they doing a keynote,
on GPU.
and they put you last, you are not important. People's attention spans are not that long. So
Apache Spark.
they put you last, that means you suck.
Provider of Apache Spark to enterprise
Like they know that people are not gonna be paying attention to this stuff.
over 5 exabytes of data under management. As the technology landscape has changed, Cloudera has developed Cloudera Data Platform, a hybrid data cloud platform that brings customers forward to new technology without having to reinvent their big data pipelines. As we speak, the 2,000 customers of Cloudera are migrating to Cloudera Data Platform. We are pleased to say that NVIDIA and Cloudera have partnered
Bruh.
to add transparent GPU acceleration using NVIDIA Rapids. A fully integrated solution from Cloudera will be available starting this summer with the release of CDP version 717. Customers do not need to understand Rapids or change their workflows in any way in order to obtain the benefits of this GPU acceleration. An example of an early customer is the United States Internal Revenue Service. With zero changes to their
I don't know what he's talking about.
workflow,
But anyways,
able to obtain
while he
3D
talking, I ain't gonna take up the whole
simply by
screen,
adding
right?
GPUs to their mainstream
But
servers.
let's just check this out real quick.
Performance improvement translated to half the cost of
Like,
ownership
look at
of
this.
the workload. But even as the world is transformed by AI, another shift is underway, amplified by the global pandemic.
Look at
It is
this.
becoming more and more important for virtual teams of people. in
These are what the GPUs are going for right now. This is at Micro Center. Now let me tell you something.
for 3D work
Micro Center usually has really, really good prices.
to creating full
But
realistic
look,
simulating physically
Strix,
the
22,
domain in
29.
is very familiar with.
Gaming X Trio, 22, 29.
Systems we talked about in
The 4 to Win 3 is actually still going for 1889 if you can find it, which is crazy.
to build a platform for real-time collaboration
I've never seen this card inside Micro Center, let alone the actual all white version. So that's crazy.
Omniverse
But 2349.
designed
Man, this thing is crazy.
We built
But here's the more crazy part. Look at this.
Pixar's USD, a powerful file framework and scene description language. With open standards, Omniverse enables teams to connect and work across multiple design applications or asset libraries in real time
Look,
and at the highest fidelity.
6900 XT,
We have put the functionality of Omniverse
$2,600.
enterprise-grade software
Power color. This is the one I saw inside Microsoft. That
Omniverse
shit is
enterprise
crazy.
can run on any NVIDIA
$2,600.
From
These
professional
cars are more
workstation
than the 3090.
to accelerated, virtualized, or plugins for the world's most important third-party design applications, allowing multiple designers and creators to use their
And
platforms
my system
while
just kind of,
simultaneously editing
OBS started acting stupid. I don't know why.
companies around the world
Anyways,
across industries
that's what's happening right now.
using Omniverse to collaborate in amazing ways. Let's see how Omniverse is ushering in a
He
new
is
era
still
for
talking.
worlds.
Let's see what's going on.
Where are you from, Misty?
I'm from a place called Omniverse.
So, there you have it. It is time to put accelerated computing to use for every company. This is a giant opportunity and responsibility for all of us. What we've talked about today are three essential ingredients built by NVIDIA: the hardware foundation from which to build any system, the software platform for artificial intelligence, the software platform for collaborative design. Together, we can use these three ingredients to transform every company. And yet, this is the same hardware and software technology that is at the heart of GeForce, the gaming GPU, which is where it all began. I'll close with a simple thank you. On behalf of my co-presenter, Jeff Fisher,
Oh, he's actually closing.
Jensen Wang,
All right, so now that I know there's nothing else
thank you for joining us today.
that's going to be going on with
For
this,
being with us every step of the way. And thank you for continuing forward with us.
all right, so now that I know that that is over with, yeah. Hey. All right, so man, let me tell y'all, I appreciate y'all for rocking with me tonight. But definitely, just like let me know, like, what do you plan on getting a 3080? Yeah, let me put some music on real quick, man. Just sitting here, I'm just curious about what y'all gonna do. But yeah, I mean, do you plan on getting a 3080 Ti? I don't, unless you just can't find anything else. And when I say anything else, if you can't find the actual regular 3080, or if you can't find a 3090, okay, I can understand getting a 3080 Ti. But really, you'll probably have a better chance finding a 3090 over a 3080 Ti. I would just spend the extra money. I mean, $1,200, $1,500, and we talking about Founders Edition. I would just spend the extra money. Spend the extra money. You'll probably have a better chance of getting a 3090 anyway, because now the market is going to shift. So people were like, ooh, $1,200. You know, I could get that. I don't have to get a 3090. But I'm like, I would get a 3090 because you're gonna have a tough time getting either. But get a 3090. I mean, at the end of the day, you know, we're gonna see all of the benchmarks and all the stuff is gonna come out. Same thing that happened between the RTX 3080 and the 3090. The difference was between 15 to 30% depending on the games. But now that, you know, DLSS is getting involved more and more and more in games, really, we're going to get to a point now, I'm like, you might not even need anything over a 3080, to be honest with you, with DLSS. You know, they just say, okay, Red Dead Redemption, finna get DLSS support. A game that you know, on max settings for PC, you will barely get 4K 60 because it was such a tough game. But DLSS, I mean, okay, now you could probably be able to get close to 100. I don't know, you know, stuff like that. Like, why would you even need, you know, like, you just, like, the 3080 Ti is not going to be that much more than a 3080. I would just get a 3090 if you trying to hit the top. So, you know, if you're going to be watching this after the fact, you know, because we're about to get ready to end the live stream, then definitely let me know down in the comments what you think. But hey, I appreciate y'all. Don't forget to hit like, hit subscribe, hit the bell so you receive all my notifications. I'm definitely going to do like a super cut of the AMD COMPUTEX stuff. So look out for that. That should be coming up by tomorrow. And I also, you know, don't forget to check out the video I just did about Far Cry 6, the gameplay review. That is stupid crazy. I'm also going to check out Horizon Forbidden West, PlayStation 5, that, you know, that gameplay and stuff like that. So yeah, appreciate y'all. Thank you. And I'll holler at y'all. Peace.